Welcome to episode 4 of FinGig.Pro's podcast series, where we connect you with our esteemed partners. The series is called FinGig.Pro Expert Solutions. Today's episode addresses another critical and pressing concern for CEOs and CXOs alike. In fact, it covers a topic which is brought to us and is taught to us when we start our banking career and stays at the core of banking careers even when we become CXOs. As part of our commitment to solving challenges for leadership teams under our mission Solving for the CXO, we are diving deep into this essential topic titled KYC and AML. Joining us today as expert and our partner on the hot seat is Uma Venkataraman. Hi, Uma, how are you?
Hi,
Uma
doing
is the
good.
co founder and CEO of IxSights, very interesting, IxSights, where she is acknowledged as a pioneer among women entrepreneurs and India's technology product industry. Her strength lies in her ability to transform use cases into deliverable, measurable value through user friendly deep tech solutions. Uma possesses extensive expertise in analyzing customer use cases and data flows within organizations, as well as in launching innovative technological products that tackle business challenges and are applicable across various platforms and processes. Beyond her responsibilities at Excite, Uma actively engages with NASSCOM, SME Council, and Apex body for software. She is currently focused on developing AI models that enhance operational processes and products while prioritizing customer centric approaches. Uma, congratulations. Her co founded company, IxSight Technologies, focuses on deep tech and end users centric IP based products designated to mitigate onboarding risks, prevent money laundering, ensure regulatory compliance, manage fraud, and enhance advanced KYC screening processes. These solutions are applicable across various geographies in the world, including US, UAE, Africa, India, and APAC. The fundamental principle of built to last has been integral to Excite's journey as it continues to innovate to solve real world problems. So, Uma, thank you very much for joining us today. What an impressive and stellar background, Uma. Thank you. And should we begin?
Sure,
If you're
sure.
ready. All right. So I'm going to ask you some very simple, basic questions and look forward to hearing from you your insights. So, question number one, we know the importance of managing KYC, AML, fraud in financial services organizations, especially in banks. What solutions do you have that can address these critical issues? Over to you.
Thank you, Alok. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. So let me get straight to the question you asked. Yes, KYC and AML are really very critical nowadays across not just for financial institutions, but for various non-financial institutions and corporates, law firms, accounting firms, and so on. So Excite has a lot of solutions in this area. I'll take it up one by one. In the area of KYC is specifically about a person identifying that a person is who they say they are, whether it is opening a bank account, or applying for a loan, or moving money between accounts. So here we look at identity proofs. Now, the biggest challenge is at the very basic level, identity proofs vary across various geographies. It's different for different countries, it'll have diverse formats, it'll have diverse languages. So that poses a challenge. Secondly, not all individuals are internet savvy. Some of them data enter, some of them upload the document. So the three solutions, we have a product called KYC Re-Verifix. So we start with KYC Verifix. So assume an individual just enters their data. Simple. They don't know how to upload their document. The APIs that we provide real time verify. Let us say they enter the Aadhaar number if it is India, or they enter the ID number if it is Africa. then it will directly hit the central registry, government registry, and get automatically verified. The second is they upload the document. So here we need a little more technology. So we have to extract the photo, and then we have to extract the information, the name and address, and then send it for verification, like in stage one. The customer doesn't have to enter anything. Level 3 is very important. We compare the entered data and the extracted information even before it hits the central portal. So if the person has entered his name as X and the extracted data from the ID card is Y and they don't match, we match it using our deduplex product, then we know there is something wrong. We also support this with for synthetic fraud, because even if the ID proof is correct, there is a lot of cases of appropriating somebody else's ID proof, which is a real issue the world over. So for this, we have two more solutions. The first is mobile intelligence, where we verify the mobile number of the individual through a real-time API. It's really good. It gives you other data, enriched data, other numbers, other email IDs as well. We give a score. Is it verified or not? We also have a digital footprint where we can track the web footprint of the person. So can't escape he or she. So if they have no web footprint and the ID is good and mobile intelligence is good, meaning they have created an ID. The second solution is anti-money laundering related. We have a product called AML Compliance, which is COMPLY, the verb, but the product name is COMPLAI, as in artificial intelligence used in AML compliance. So we cover the entire customer journey, starting from the KYC risk modeling for profiling the customer as high, medium, or low. Then we move on to the transaction alerts. Then we have the case management, ending with the suspicious reporting to the financial intelligence unit or financial intelligence center. So this is completely configurable. Cloud, it's agnostic to the environment. It can be on cloud, it can be on premise. It's very easy to deploy. And lastly, we also have a relationship discovery solution called deduplex, which identifies linkages, unrelated groups, legal entity, individual IDs, which is used in various geographies that we operate. Hope
Lovely,
that
lovely. That's a lot. That's a lot, Uma. And if I were to leave, take it forward in my own style, then probably I'll have 20 questions. But our production team at the back has said you only can do X amount, so we'll have to live with that. Question number two, Uma, though I will certainly ask. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, how is your solution different from other leading providers like Dow Jones, LexisNexis, or others? Over to you.
a very, very tricky question, and you put me in a spot. But let's try. So, how do I know I'm different from competition? I think we know from our customers. They tell us, oh, this is what we like about you. And sometimes we ask them, and by my long term customers. So, I'll give you three, four examples. So, in the area that we have just discussed, KYC and AML. So, one of the main requirements is, say, AML screening against various lists. So traditionally, long term, there are very large players in this who provide a comprehensive database. It's like huge. So and it's updated. So the database is there, but the issue is really that customers don't have time. They quickly need to get to the right answer. So you need a very sophisticated matching tool, which is highly accurate and provides the relevant results. So their focus is on database. It's not on the matching. Whereas IxSight has matching and database. That is one. The second kind of technology players, they focus on this ID proof which we discussed, which is the level one when a customer applies for opening an account. So they would say that they have 248 countries ID proof verification. They provide some basic screening as well, but that's where they stop. So they will not support an as I mentioned, the re-verification of the data entered with the ID proof. They will not support a non-ID related plain entry. They will not provide advanced solutions. So they're very restricted to that area. The third kind of player is somebody who does AML suite of solutions. Traditionally, banks have been using this all over the world. Nowadays, everybody, not just banks, have to use it. So do take tremendously long to implement. It has to be integrated with the customer data. It has to deal with a lot of other complexities, and the client is tearing their hair out. So it needs to be simple, ready to deploy, easy, light, but yet sophisticated. So at IxSight, we provide all the three combos together. We ensure that it is quick, it is fast. We have the technology for screening, we have the alternate database, and we provide the end-to-end journey. That is one. The second is we are customer centric. I think I did I tell you that? So if
Yes,
you
yes.
say something, we listen to that. It's not all remote. So people, sectors within a geography. So whether it's real estate or dealers, their needs are not the same. Precious stone dealers. So we need to add a little tweak if we need to the product. We are based locally, and we got great experience in dealing with complex data. I mean, it's mind-boggling the way data can be really diverse. In India, where we also operate, the data diversity is very large in terms of phonetics, in terms of pronunciation, in terms of languages, and the scale and volume is large. So we bring that experience. We work for the CKYC, where we process close to 1 billion records. And we process very small data as well. So all this experience, local presence, end-to-end solution makes us very competitive.
Extremely impressive. I'll come to my last question, Uma. Uh, and I think you core mentioned also the fact that you are focused on the customer, and there is so much deep fakes happening around, AI really coming out with various other issues that we are all worried about. And the other day we were having another broadcast on a similar topic. And again, the question there was the same, that how do we ensure that we protect our customer data and don't get caught into the loop of deep fakes or whatever. So my question is, how do you see us, which is now FinGig.Pro and IxSights, being able to address these key challenges for financial service organizations in India, Middle East, and Africa? Over to you.
Yes, yes, thank you. I think with FinGig.Pro, we have a very collaboration of two different aspects. FinGig.Pro provides the expertise in the local geography as well as the understanding of financial markets in these geographies. And IxSight is a well-established, well-experienced player, and provides not just the technology but also an understanding of specific needs within these kind of financial institutions as well as non-financial institutions. I will give you two three case studies which will give you an example of the kind of strengths that we can bring and to meet these challenges. So we had one customer. So they are a large registry, and they are subject to the security exchange compliances. So they needed at a very very short time to implement what they said was sanction screening, where it needed to be real time, it needed to be retrospective, it needed to give out many other reports. Traditionally, you do the screening and you leave it at that. So they needed the reports, they needed the certificates, and it had to be done day in and day out. And that is something we have successfully done over the last 10 years. Another client is a slightly different requirement. So they said, oh, we have a presence across the globe. So we are not content with just what the regulator mandates. So can you provide us different geographies, mandates, sanction screening for, let us say, EU, HMT, OFAC, also you need to provide us economic offenders, you need to provide us what you call as adverse media screening, defaulters, caution lists, and all this to be done for individuals as well as legal entities along with certification. So shell companies screening was very critical. So this is something again for real time. I mean, our response rate is something like 100 to 200 milliseconds, and on a retrospective screening is completely automated and gives them the diagnostics. There's a third
Wow,
client.
thank you. Oh, sorry, continue. No, no, continue.
So a crypto decides, no, okay, what you do is all fine, but I want different rules. There are deep fakes, there are issues, and there's always some kind of issue going on. So for there as well, so we could tweak our rules quickly because it's configurable, it's easy to deploy. So I tell you, you also spoke about data security. So I have an acronym here today for you. It's called Assure. So we assured you, we assure the client, we assure our partners, vendors, stakeholders. A for accuracy, S for speed, S for security. So we have a token authenticated mechanism. We have a secure certification. We are WAP certified. We are ISO 2022 as a company. So that is S. Then U for being updated, not just on the product, but on the data as well. R for real time, reliability, and E for easy deployment. So that is how.
I have an acronym as well for you on a lighter
Oh,
side. OMG. Oh my God, so much
yeah.
for us to understand. Thank you, Uma, for sharing your invaluable insights during this podcast and during this episode. We are grateful for your expertise and the time you've given us. Uh, to our audience, thank you for your continued support and feedback. Your reviews help us refine and improve our this short video series and this service that we are offering. Stay tuned for our next episode very soon, where we'll tackle another pressing topic. Thank you, Uma, once more, and see you all soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Alok. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.